pa kang mag-check. Saglit lang ha. Meow. Meow. Ayan, wala akong rest. Walang rest. Sorry. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. 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 Come on. Mau. 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 Tatanggap mo ba ako? Bebe na. Bebe. Ang hirap. Tatanggap mo ba ako? No, baby, no. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Hello, madlang people! Wala akong makikita. So, tara na. Ay, wala akong title. Gosh. So, walang tulog. Pupunta po tayo sa oath-taking ngayon. My goodness. Ang haggard-haggard ng lola nyo. But, this is it, Pansit. Let's go. Ay, let's go. La 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 la. Samahan niyo ako guys. Dahil maliligo tayo with a shower. Shower. So, ito po yung GoPro na tasa ko. And I'm mixing bango, perfume, conditioner. I'm baking. Lalagay ko po sa ulo ko. Tada! I'm preparing for oath-taking today. So, bear with me guys. Maliligo tayo. Kasama nyo ang iCordilleranDaily maliligo. Right? So, this is my hair routine. And mamaya po, huhugasan po natin siya pag maligo po tayo. Alam niyo ba, gusto kong mag-live kanina, kaya lang, grabe. Natatakot ako dahil katatapos kong mag-iron ng aking gagamitin. It's not the dress or it's not the formal dress that I wanted, but okay na yon. Simple dress or simple, yeah. And then I'm just going to use the topper, which is kind of yung lagi kong ginagamit. Kayo ba? Paano nyo treat ang hair nyo? So, this is how I treat my hair, guys. So, yan muna. Ibabad ko muna siya ng But samahan niyo ako dahil maliligo tayo. Would you Charis, gusto niyo sama? Gusto niyo? May 28 nanonood pa hindi nila man lang nila nagko-comment. Are you there, guys? Are you there? Yes! Oh my gosh! No filter. Kitang-kitang kiligis na mukha. Pinilito, hello ma'am, kumusta? Bands leak na ba? Bumalik? Yes! I'm going to do personal vlog and mixture of nagva-vlog din ako, daily vlogging and also Francis Leo Marcos. And yeah, kung kagabi po napanood nyo yung live replay po natin, yan po yung graduation ni Boss FLM sa pagiging isang doctorate for humanities and philosophy. My gosh. Alam niyo ba kung anong wala akong tulog guys, wala, promise. Samahan niyo ako dahil maliligo tayo. Binababad ko lang yung buhok ko. Oh my gosh. Wala pang hugas yung mukha. Oh my goodness. Hi, Big B. Sino? Yung buhok ko, ha? Kumusta? Yes. Anong gusto niyo? Buhok? Yes, hair. My hair. Anong gusto niyong hair? What's hair? The hair? Like this. Later on? Hindi ko alam kung anong isusuot ko. My gosh. Can you please help me? Help me kung ano po yung isusuot ko. Mahal kita in the afternoon? Mahal kita in the afternoon? What's that? Mahal kita is I love you, but magandang hapon in the afternoon. What's that? Ooh. Can you hear me? No, I guess not because we are not using the I need to use mic para po you can hear me clearly. Hi, Sophia. Hello. Hello. You may come. Oh, you cannot come because, of course, yung microphone. Alam niyo, pag hindi tayo nakagamit ng microphone, I think off and on yung naririnig niyo na boses ko. Pag po ang iPhone, if you drop it for a lot of times, madaling masira ang kanyang audio. My God, you can see me like I didn't have my face wash off. Alam niyo ba yung wala kang tulog? I didn't have sleep, guys, to be honest. And I've been preparing for the off taking today. Paki-add ako, puso mo. Gusto mo? Naku, day. Naku, day. Sige, i-add kita sa puso ko. Gusto mo? Nag-blink na siya. Lubat, uy! Taga saan si Big B? Hello, guys. Can you hear me? This is pretty clear, right? Yes. I'm going to do an SMR. Charot. SMR while taking shower. And bear with me. Gusto na kita. OMG. That's so fast and furious. Nakakatakot. Fast and furious. Di ba? Ang bilis. Parang ipo-ipo. Hindi biglang mawala. Huh? So, naririnig niyo ako? Please do give me a thumbs up kung naririnig niyo po ako. Please give me thumbs up kung naririnig niyo po ako. And yeah. I'm going to take shower muna. Ooh, ang bilis nun, bro. Ang bilis nun. Binabad ko muna yung hair ko and then later on, lalagyan po natin yan ng pumada. Siyempre, i-curl po natin yan. So later on, you'll see. Can you help me? Help me with my Hindi ko kasi alam kung anong isusuot ko. So please help me. Ano bang isusuot ko? Is it or this one? Walang nagko-comment. Ano ba? Blue? Hi, Raymond. Ano ba magandang isuot? Ito bang moss green? Or ito? Hello, Brother Brett. Can you come, Brother Brett? I'm going to give you the link. Yan. Samahan niyo ako. Hindi ko alam talaga ang susuot ko. Help me, please. Which one? Wala akong formal dress. So, what am I gonna do? Blue? Blue? Wala. Blue talaga? Ito? Ba't ayaw nila to? Parang feel ko mas maganda pa yan. Wala eh. Yung blue. Sabi ni Sir Raymond, blue. Let's try the blue one. Maligo nga muna ako, pero ang tagal pa eh. Wala pa tayong 15 minutes. Wala tayong 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. My time is not enough. Hindi po yung oras ko kulang po para tayo mag Brother Brett, can you get in? Para mag-close ako ng camera. Can I close my cam? Delete Mabini pala ang nagsabi. Sorry. I mislook on that. Na-overlook ko po yung comment na blue. Shower na tayo, guys. Ready kayo? Ready? Asan ba yung close ng cam dito? Wala palang close cam sa live together. Akala ko may close cam sa live together. Okay. Oh. Hello, Brother Brett in the house. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I mean, not doing much. I can't really.
Both of us have.
Well, I can go outside, but it's freaking cold. And then look at that. I can put it right there. A little dirty because I was drinking out of it, but I have a Cebu mug. Cebu mug.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Where did you
had a friend
get that?
had a friend send me it with she sent me that and some tea things. I have a friend that lives in Cebu. Mm-hmm. Well, more than one, but she sent me that mug. I think my camera's frozen. No, it's not. Just not autofocusing very good. It's not autofocusing.
Who that?
But autofocus. See, it keeps autofocusing. Yeah, my friend that lives in Cebu, or one of my friends that lives in Cebu.
That looks so cool. I can make like that too.
She bought it somewhere, but I have some keychains around here somewhere too. I don't know where they went. I have some like a few keychains. They're somewhere around here. I'd have to find them. I have most of them. One of the other ones in my brother's house. I gave him one. But I don't know. I don't know where they are, but yeah, she gave me, I think. Oh, she gave me this too. I have in my. I can get out of my Let me show you. I can turn my camera around. Give me this too. Cebu magnet that someone made. So someone made it by hand. It's like a Cebu magnet, which tells on. It's got a little sticker that says Cebu, Philippines on it. But she gave me that too, and she gave me, I think, 3 keychains. And then in the box were it's a long story though about how I got the package, because there's a guy that lives in another state in the United States that goes to her channel a lot, and then he went to the Philippines like last year. He went to the Philippines last year, well, like in the winter or something, and then he met her, and then she gave him the box of stuff, and then he packaged it up and then shipped it to me from from where he lives in the United States, which he lives in like the Midwest or something. I can't remember. He lives in like the Midwest, so then he shipped it to me. So it probably took like from when he met her to get the package. Well, not just to get the package. They hung out for maybe a few hours or something, and then he from when he flew back, it probably took me about 2 weeks to get it, because it only takes probably about 4 days or something like that for me to get it from where he lives. It'd take about 4 days. So yeah, and then so he's the one that shipped it to me, and he's the one that packaged it. Like put the smaller box inside of the bigger box, and then like padded the mug and stuff, because there was pieces of styrofoam in it, like the whole styrofoam, like like the little white like rectangle chunks of it inside the box to protect it. But yeah, so that's how I got it. And then I have a YouTuber's mug too. I have a YouTuber's mug, and that one's probably dirty. I think it's in my dishwasher that I gotta wash.
Oh gosh.
I have one of the YouTubers mug. She has like her different images you can get on mugs. I can show you. But that's a YouTuber, and she plays guitar and sings and wears a mask on her stream. But she's actually a pretty good singer. She sings all the time on her stream.
That looks so
And
good.
she lives in Tennessee, by the way. She lives in Tennessee. This lady, she's a Filipina too, but she lives in Tennessee. But she has a bunch of different items like aprons and a shopping bag and like shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff that she has on her. I think it's on like one of those, I don't know, like Teespring or I don't know, something like that, or one of those sites you can make it. And then she has like 3 or 4 different images you can get. This is one of them. You can get on her stuff. $17, $18, and she makes like $4. She made $4 and something off of it. To make the cut of what it is, because what it is, you just download the images you want on their website, and then what products you want to put on and what color they are and all that, and then the company actually does all the work, and then you get a little bit of the profit of what you sell. You get like 15% or 10% or something of it, or whatever it is, of the product. So you make a little bit of money, because I know other people that have like merch too. I have other YouTubers merch. I have one of his stickers on the back window of my car. He's a big YouTuber, 2.9 million subs, and he's Skippy 62able. He's been doing YouTube for a long time, but he's my favorite uploader. Like if I want to watch a video, because he does really funny like editing, and he has like catchphrases and stuff that he does. And he streams once in a while too. Stream once in a while. Been streaming more lately. Streamed like a couple, like 2 or 3 times. I think it's like at least 2 times in the last week. Probably streamed a little more than because usually he only did like maybe a stream or 2 a month. But he's probably gonna that Skippy 62 is probably gonna not be doing YouTube as much anymore, because he's well, pretty soon, because his wife's gonna have a kid in April. They're gonna have a kid in April, so he's gonna probably not be doing YouTube quite as much. His life. You know, like I think it was last year he got married, and then this year he's gonna have a kid, and he's what 30, 39 years old. He's gonna have his first kid. So what are you doing?
I'm
You still there?
preparing. Yeah, because I'm going to my off baking.
You have it pointed at your wall. I think
What?
you have the camera pointed at your wall. It looks like you have wall panels, wood panels on your walls. Because like, speaking of wood panels, some people have wood panels in their on the walls in their house. Like not as much on people that build new houses anymore, but like older houses used to have a lot of houses they used to put like these thin wood panels on the walls. So you'd see like the seams for each little wood panel and stuff. You probably like maybe a couple millimeters thick little wood panels. Like my brother's house has some of that. The house he's been renting for like 5 years now or whatever, has those wood panels on some of the walls in his house. They probably weren't put in when the house was originally built because my brother's my brother's house he was renting was built in 1920. It's just like 102 years old, and then it's like one of those old houses where back then, probably until the 40s, maybe like sometime in the 40s, they didn't have dishwasher or washers and dryers in America, so they actually added on to the house later on, and then they put a little room. You go out the door off the kitchen, out the back of the house, and you walk maybe about four 4 feet or 5 feet, and then there's a little door and a little room, and you go in there, and that's where his washer and dryer are. So you have to walk outside every time when he does it. But when it's cold, when it's super cold, it's pretty big. Kind of sucks, but like now, it's pretty darn cold. It's the coldest it's been here in like a while, in like I don't know a long time. I can remember 10 years, the coldest it's been.
Say hi to your viewers. There's still somebody watching you.
Hi viewers. I don't know. Nobody's commenting.
They're watching you, brother Brett.
Yeah. So but yeah, it's pretty cold here. All converted from Fahrenheit to.
Say hi to them. I cannot even see the comments.
I can't see anything. The after the guy that said blue, Mabini, that's the only one I can see because I'm on my phone. The comments don't really show up very well on your, unless no one's commented since then. But it's minus minus 7.777 degrees here Celsius. So it's minus 7 Celsius here right now. It's supposed to get even colder because it'll supposed to get 4 degrees colder here by the coolest part of the day is about 7:30 in the morning, around 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's gonna be super dang cold. Well, not cold in the United States. There's people that are having like minus, like Alaska's getting minus right now. Like that's Fahrenheit minus. Getting a lot like we can go like um what's a place in look at the temp right now. Northern part of Alaska is -3 right now. Or no, 3 degrees. Supposed to get to minus. Supposed to be like minus something. Minus Fahrenheit. Alaska.
Oh my goodness.
Big Alaska camp is pretty warm, actually. It's surprising. 22 is warmer in Anchorage, Alaska than it is here. That's crazy. Normally it's colder most of the time in Anchorage. Like 90, probably 99% of the time. I don't even know. Well, they're supposed to get snow, or they got snow. They're supposed to get snow at 9 p.m. in Anchorage. And Anchorage, Alaska is a good ways away from where I live. Anchorage, Alaska to just like 4. The flight times are 3 hours and 28 minutes to fly for me to fly from here to Anchorage, Alaska. If I went, which I don't know if I'll ever go there. I mean, Alaska looks nice, like the nature and stuff is like really beautiful. I've seen on videos and stuff, but it's like the least it's like the largest state in the United States, but it's the least populated. It's like one of the least populated states too. It's only got like less than 800,000 people in the whole state, and the state's twice the size of Texas, and Texas is the second biggest state, and then California, it's the third biggest state. But Alaska's probably about, I don't know, like probably 3.5, 4 times the size of my state. Like there's place in Alaska you can go and drive like 500, 600 miles and not even see anybody. Not even see anybody else. You can just drive forever. Like in Washington, you couldn't do that. You could maybe go some places maybe 100, 150 miles and not see anybody if you're up in like the northeastern part. But no, Alaska's like not really popular, but there's a reason for that because back in the day, like a lot of Alaska, that's like deemed. I don't know what they deemed it, but it's like protected wildlife area. So even like the '60s, there's a show about it on TV on I think the Discovery History Channel, and they said and it documented these 6 people or I think like 3 or 4 people, but um, they allowed those people. They were one of the 6 people they allowed to build cabins in the '60s on this like 500, 600 square mile area of Alaska or whatever. And then so as they said, well, you 6 people can build these cabins on here, and then after you guys are done building them, no one else can build on here. So that's why a lot of Alaska is like open and like you'll see. And what that did is a lot of green stuff will grow. There's a lot more wildlife. I mean, there's a good amount of wildlife here. You go to certain parts of Washington and stuff, and you see birds all the time. But you see way more wildlife roaming around because there's no houses even close to a lot of the places. So like people will see like herds of like moose, herds of caribou, herds of elk. And they're like, I mean, this is like 40, 50 of them. And they're in their backyard sometimes. It's like just like walking around, because they're a lot more open wildlife. And a lot of people go there from like my state or other states in the United States and go there to go big game hunting because they have a lot of big game. People actually like up there, fly there to go hunting there if they're into that. Yeah, it's pretty like Alaska's beautiful. If you saw just nature, it's beautiful. So is a lot of my states that way too. It's really beautiful, like green trees, and we have a lot of mountains and stuff. Same with
You
like
have a lot of
Mon.
work.
Or you took a shower.
Yeah, I said I'm preparing because I have only 2 hours to prepare.
Okay, where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
It's my off taking.
Oh, and then your
My
face is
off
still
taking is
dripping. Your
what?
face is still dripping wet.
Exactly. And because my phone is hanging up on me,
Oh,
so you need to see that. I'm going to charge.
okay, don't.
I need
I
to.
was saying like you're in a towel. I was like, don't have that towel fall off on stream. That would be a no-no. Yeah, see, it's weird. It's like not the camera's not focusing good when it's up close. Very good. There, it's a little bit better now.
OMG!
Yeah. And then I can tell you something I did earlier today. I had an eye doctor appointment because I was wearing trial contacts for a while for like 4 days. Or no, let me see, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, 4 days. I was wearing trial contacts. They tried because I went to the eye doctor like about a month ago or a little and then because I wanted to get a new prescription for contacts. So then I went there. They did a eye exam. It probably took 15, 20 minutes or whatever it was, and then they said, well, the contacts you were wearing currently don't go up to the power you need. So they tried me these new ones, and these new ones are like I think they're slightly more comfortable myself since I've been wearing them, and because my eyes have gotten slightly worse, so my other ones were maxed out a prescription they could go to. So they put me in these ones, and then I just went there and got my prescription. I still need to order them because I've been looking on the internet. I looked on the internet a little bit already today to see if I could find them cheaper because they wanted a lot of money for them. They wanted a good amount of money for them, and they're actually more expensive than my other contacts. The other kind of contacts I wore were like probably 30% cheaper. They're like a lot cheaper. And then when I was there, I bought glasses too because I had money, so I bought glasses. I needed glasses too because my other glasses are like I don't know 5-year-old prescription probably. So before I bought glasses. I bought 2 pair. You get 2 pair for $79.95, but that's just for the frames, and you got to pay I had to pay $60 for both glasses lenses, and then I had to pay. Then I paid $48 for blue light, like the special like blue light lenses or whatever they are, or blue light coating or whatever they put on them. So if you look at like the phone or a computer screen, um, your eyes don't get as fatigued and it doesn't hurt your eyes. And then one of them was a plastic frame, one of them was a metal frame glasses. And then I thought there's going to be a lot of money too for the contacts. Even though, well, I can use my insurance. My insurance will pay up. My work insurance will pay up to $120. So I'll probably pay like maybe like $100 and something for the contact. But they're a good amount more expensive than my other ones. Because I pay more for contacts than a lot of people because I have astigmatism in both eyes, so I got to get like special contacts for astigmatism. So I pay like at least double the amount or more than double the amount. 'Cause I know like people that pay like 40, $50 a box. I'm probably going to be paying $140 a box for a box of 6 for one eye, probably. But then some places do if you like I was looking on the internet, some places do if you order so many of them, or if it's the first time ordering, you save like, you could save 10 to 30% websites. And then so like well, I could say on your first order you save money, but then the second time you're going to pay the regular price on these websites. But the websites will take my insurance. Some of them will take them right away and you get a discount immediately, or some they have to reimburse you after you pay for them first, and they reimburse you for the contacts. They'll send you something maybe in the mail like a couple weeks later, and they reimburse you $120 because my insurance only pay either glasses or contacts every year. So I had to pay the glasses out of my pocket, but they paid for like some of my eye exam, and then like part of my contacts I'll pay for.
reminds me of you. Hi, Steve. How are you doing?
Hi, Steve. No. But yeah, so I got new glasses coming in like 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, or actually exactly 2 weeks.
Gimpay, 2% girdle ko ay panty.
And then so I'm gonna have two pairs of glasses. That's kind of good. So I'll have a backup pair if one of them breaks or something. Because they can break if you accidentally like do something to them or forget they're sitting somewhere. But the one of the blue frame and one of them's I can tell you what they actually are.
Oh my gosh.
I can't show you because I don't have a picture of them. Yeah, well, it depends on what kind of glasses you get. I'm trying to find it. Contact lens and how much two pairs of glasses. I'm paying $196.95, and one of them is called. And one of them's I can find the name of the type of glasses they order. There are two different ones. Doesn't tell me, does it? What brand they are.
2% girdle ay panty.
Tell what brand they are.
Ang girdle ay
On
panty.
the invoice they gave me, the receipt at the America's Best Contact Glasses is where I go. It's like 5 blocks from where I live or something. It's like yeah, well, if I was gonna buy the designer ones, like Nike, Oakley, Adidas, some of those were like, oh, those were like 150 to over two. It's like I think 219 or something like that for um one one pair. Like one frame, and then you'd have to pay like more for the or like so much money for the prescription lenses, and then if you want any extra coating, if you want them like um transition or when you go outside, it makes them like charcoal gray color for like UV, or you can get like the anti-glare coat, the extra anti-glare coating, or the like. But mine, I've got the blue light coating coming, the blue light coating one to help when if you look at screens like computer screens or your phone screen. So yeah, so I got that. That was an extra $48 total for both glasses. They put like I think they put a coating on it. I don't know what somehow it's either the lenses are impregnated with it or they put a coating on the glasses, the lenses for the glasses. But it does help because um, I bought some cheap ones. I didn't wear them very much. I bought some cheap ones and I wore them for help your eyes some to reduce the strain on your eyes. Yeah, hers is a ceiling cam. Mine's a Cebu mug that I got from a friend in Cebu. This mug right here. Get my finger by the camera. This mug right here I got from this mug right here. Got from a friend in Cebu. She bought it for me. That I know that I'm good friends with. She actually lives in like Cebu City, and she's a YouTuber too. Yeah, she doesn't stream as much as she used to. She used to stream like one time she was streaming Monday through Friday, and then she would take Saturday and Sunday off, and then she started streaming like Monday through I think Thursday, and then she just got busy with her job and busy with other stuff. Then she started streaming Monday through Wednesday, and then now she only streams like when she has free time because it's just hard for her. She's busy a lot. She's a um uh she teaches like school for like kids with like physical or mental disabilities. And then so yeah, she's busy with that a lot and doing other stuff. So she like I think the last time she streamed was maybe like last week. Was the last time she streamed, I think. But yeah, I've known her for what, 2.5 years. And she sent me that, and then she sent me this. One of the things, well, I can't find the other keychains. I don't know what I did with them. They're around here somewhere, but they might be in my desk. Got so much crap in there, I'd have to look further. But she gave me this too. One of the things she gave me. So it's like a homemade magnet where someone like glued shells, small shells to it, and then Cebu sticker. If you can see that, turn my light on better so you can see it. See it a little better. Cebu. You can get it to focus my camera. Cebu sticker. And then and then someone like glued 2 little magnets to it, making a refrigerator magnet or whatever magnet you want to magnet to. See, it goes blurry when sometimes. There we go. I would have to reset the camera because it's trying to focus and sometimes it wants to know. But yeah. Some other cool stuff. These are pretty cool. I want to see some other stuff I got from some people that I know from Australia. I've never been to Australia, but I got these from people in Australia. It's a magnet that says Australia on it both times. Well, what it was these people used to do. They haven't streamed probably for like about a year and a half. Well, they used to do streams like every Saturday. They used to do actually they used to do them twice a week. They used to do them twice a week, but every Saturday early morning my time, I think it was, or no, maybe it was like Friday. Well, it was Saturday their time. They'd stream in Australia, so it's like they're like 3/4 of the day ahead of me. But what it was they would do trivia streams, and if whoever got the most questions right out of 30 would win a gift package. They send you this little envelope, like a little padded envelope, right that big, and or whatever, and it had one magnet in it like this. It had a little jewel, like a little stone on a keychain, like a jewelry type stone on a keychain. Then it had 2 postcards in it. It had a kangaroo shaped keychain bottle opener. Then it had what else did it have? And it had a small package of beef jerky, like a little package of beef jerky, probably like like 4 or 5 pieces like that big in it. And then, well, it wasn't beef jerky. It was actually the first one I got when I won. I got crocodile jerky because they're giving it because. And then the second time when I won one of those trivia streams, and then like a couple weeks later, I got another pack. The second time I won, it took probably about 2.5 weeks for me to get the package. And then second time they said, well, what do you want, kangaroo or crocodile jerky? Because I had to choose the first time too. I chose the first time, and then first time I chose crocodile, and the second time I got kangaroo. So I got to try kangaroo and crocodile jerky, and then I had a fire in my apartment like 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. It's like 3 years and like 4 months, I think 4.5 months. And then this is all I could keep. This and like 2 of the keychains is all I could keep because the other stuff got damaged. And then of course, I ate the jerky. But yeah, they're boomerang, yeah. But they both look different. If you can see, they both look different. They have like different designs, different animals on them and stuff. A little bit different design, but they're from the same company probably. They're slightly different designs. So that's why I kept them there. It wasn't that bad. It was bad enough that I'm back in the apartment now because I had to. The apartment was bad enough. It damaged the ceiling really bad. Like there was like about a third of the ceiling was damaged. You could see the rafters in the ceiling. There was like patches of the ceiling that were missing, and then some of the ceiling was on top of the bed. There was like a big chunk of it on top of my bed, and then the really bad smoke damage, and then there was a little bit of fire damage. Like you see that up there, that I don't know if I can still point it to it. The ridge up there above the door that goes all the way across. That that was behind that. That was damaged. That was like mostly missing, and then the insulation was damaged. The pipe was burned. There was a little bit of damage down this wall, right by the door, like down a little ways. There was like some burn damage inside the wall, and then there was a bunch of water damage from when they had to spray the water up stop the fire. To stop the fire, and then it started in an apartment down the hall is where it started. Like go out my door and turn right. Started about Probably started about I don't know, maybe 20, 25 feet down the apartment down the hall. I still have pictures of it on my laptop, I think, of the fire. But yeah, it damaged like probably about half my stuff, or more than half. Like I lost my bed, I lost my couch had debris on it and like water damage, smoke damage. Um, my vinyl, all the cardboard sleeves got damaged pretty bad. They got all wet from the hose. So yeah, and then it took them like almost 2 years to remodel it. I was expecting maybe like 6 months or something, but it took them 2 years because it was delayed 2 times, and the contractors were not very good. Yeah. Well, what happened was the the fire happened, and then
Hi, Josephine.
not until about 3 weeks or a month later, they actually started repairing the stupid department. It took him a while to even start repairing them. So because he had to probably took like a week or two or something to go through insurance. My former landlord had to go through insurance, and then by the time they got to repairing it, there was already there was this water sitting on the freaking floor. They didn't even bother to like um do anything with like the water on the floor for like weeks. So it ended up rotting the base floor, like the plywood underneath the carpet and the carpet pad. And then because I came in here like 'cause I still had a key to the apartment. I came back like 2 weeks, like a week and a half, 2 weeks later to get more stuff that I could actually salvage out of here. And then you could see like on the bottom of the walls, on some of the walls, like about 6 or 8 inches up, you could see the drywall started peeling. And the paint was peeling off because of water damage. So it was like, and then no, probably already had mold by then too. Probably had mold by then. So then luckily I had renter's insurance. My renter's insurance let me stay in a hotel free for a year. And then so I was staying in like one of those extended stay hotels that has that had like a kitchen in it. It had a kitchen with a small sink and a refrigerator, pretty big size refrigerator, like about about a 5 foot tall refrigerator in it, and then it had a 2 burner stove and a toaster and a coffee maker and a dishwasher, and then it had like plates and silverware and all that stuff and cups. It had like a 4 place setting, and I stayed in there for a year, and that was freaking if you had to pay money out of your pocket, it was probably like $220 I think they're like $420 a day. But the company that my insurance uses to go through, if you need a place to stay, like if your house is damaged, you have like any natural disaster, a fire, they get a cheaper rate. They get probably about a 40% cheaper rate because they're paying way less than what I would pay. They're paying like $130. So it was almost half of what, so they're paying like probably 45% less because they get a good rate. But my insurance freaking paid probably like 35, $40,000 in like a year, something like that, for me to stay in that hotel. And then I thought my apartment would be done by then, but it wasn't because I kept checking because my mail was still coming to this thing, and I checked probably like every time, not every time I'd come, but when my landlord was here, my former landlord, I would or because he has a dental office still here, my former landlord on the bottom floor, but he, when he was still the landlord, I would still check check with him probably like every couple of months to see if the apartment. Then he goes, no, no, but I don't know when it's going to be done. Blah 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 blah. And then so when my insurance wouldn't pay for the hotel anymore, I'd stay with my brother for about 10.5 months and in his house before I could move back in because it was delayed at the state getting the permits to repair it, and then the contractors sucked, and then the contractors were delayed for like months. Yeah, it was a big thing, but it's totally remodeling the inside. I mean, my apartment, the floors, the walls, the ceiling, the bathroom, the kitchen, of course the door. Yeah, that was kind of fun. But the cool thing about it too is my insurance. Like I go, yeah, I value my stuff at $10,300 or whatever, and then like years before that, like probably 3 or 4 years before that, I got renter's insurance, and then so I was living here for a good long time before the fire, and then luckily I had renter's insurance, so I wouldn't have the hotel, and then to stay in for a year, and then I was in contact probably like I don't know, four or five times my insurance over about a year and a half span. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, you got to. But then the thing though is my insurance goes, "Oh, you need to take pictures, blah 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 blah," and other people were telling me, "Well, you need to take pictures of it. You need to take like a good amount of pictures. Maybe like a dozen pictures or something of how what it looked like when it was damaged." So I did, and then my insurance really did not even ask me for any of those pictures. They just gave me like the first off, they gave me the $5,000 off the top, and they go, well, you need to make a form for all the rest. So I started trying to remember all the stuff I had. So I probably put like I don't even know, like maybe 90, 100 items on this list. You go to this website and then you mark down like all the stuff and when you bought it and how much you think how much you paid for it and blah 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 blah, all this stuff, and you put the description of the item. Well, then I started doing that. I was doing that for like multiple days, and then my insurance calls me and goes, "Oh, we need over $3,500. You don't need to send that form in." I go, "What?" At first, he told me to write all that stuff down. So then my insurance, there was a nice guy I was talking to the whole time, and "I'll just give you the extra $5,300." So then, and then so far, I've only used like maybe I don't even know half of it, or not even maybe not even half. So you know, because I bought and because I work at IKEA, so I bought all my furniture at IKEA or most of it, other than my bed and my bed frame and this little cart my microwave's on. It has like two shelves on it. I put my microwave on. I didn't buy that, but all my rest of my stuff's IKEA. And then some of my stuff I saved, like miraculously, my record player wasn't damaged and my TV still works. So my TV got a little bit of damage on the grills and the top of it from like the debris that fell on it from the ceiling. And my record player has a clear, like probably like 3.5, 4 inch cover on it. It flips down over the turntable and all the electronics didn't get damaged that much. It just had like damage on the outside and on the clear cover, but it still worked. So I tested it like a little ways out there. So when I moved into my brother's house, I tested it because a lot of my stuff was stored in my brother's upstairs where I was staying for a while. So and then, but I'm looking at my record player, my speakers. My speakers are a little damaged, they got like nicks on them and stuff, but like on the top, but they still work. They still sound just as good as they ever did. And they did allow had to buy that, which would have been another. The speakers were 150 back then. I think they sell for 150, 149.99. I think they sell for 179.99 now. And then the turntable is more expensive now. I think I paid 249 for it. I think 249.99. Now it's more money, but so that would have been an extra like $600, 500 for $500. The record player is more money now. extra like $500 something more that I would have had to pay. Because I'm big into like music. I literally have a record player right over there. Audio Technica AT. I think it's called an AT LP.
You're in Wisconsin, right, Ben?
Yeah, it's called. That's a record player, and what they call those speakers, the style of speaker they are, a studio monitor, a powered studio monitor, which means near field speakers. So you want to be within like probably no more than like 8 feet and 9 feet of them to get the best sound. So like I'm about, when I sit by them, I'm about 5 feet away, well, 4.5, 5 feet away, but because my apartment's small, but they're powered speakers. So one of the speakers has the amplifier in it, and you plug the cord from one speaker to the other. There's a connecting cord to connect it, so it powers. So the one speaker will power the other speaker, and then it's just got another left red and white audio video cable. You plug into the back of the record player, and then it has a treble, bass, and volume on it, and then it has a power button too, and then it has a little remote that came with the speakers, like a little remote that came with the speakers. It does the volume, power, and then the speakers have Bluetooth, so I can Bluetooth my phone or my laptop to them too. And then I bought a digital to analog converter for my TV, so I could convert it from digital to analog, and that thing's got a volume knob and a bass boost on it, so it gives me probably about, I don't know, I'm guessing probably about 10 to 15 more dBs of bass. Gives me like probably, probably 10 to 15% more bass with that thing for my TVs, because I pull up like music or watch like YouTube videos on my TV sometimes. And I also watch like Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus sometimes on my TV, so it gives you more bass. The speakers sound really amazing. They're Edifier R1700 BT speakers. They're really nice sounding. For $150, you can't. They sound as nice as like probably speakers that are 3 times the amount of money. They're known because I just started looking for speakers for my record player like 3.5 years ago, something like that. And then I stumbled upon these, and then the company, and then I stumbled upon this series that the company makes, and they get amazing reviews. Everywhere gives them like 4.5 to 4.7 stars. And then, well, what's good about the power speakers is you don't have to have a receiver to run the audio device, so it makes your setup look cleaner. And then they have all the adjustments you really need, and then they're easy to set up too. And then these ones are if anyone knows about speakers, they have a 4-inch woofer and a 19 millimeter tweeter, and they're 66 watt RMS. Everyone knows what that means. It's like the power. So they go way for my apartment. I only maybe have them about 30% of the way up ever. I mean, they go stinking loud, and you can tell better quality speakers for cheaper ones. Just the sound sounds cleaner. Plus, two, when you turn it up, it doesn't get distorted. Like cheaper speakers, when you turn them like halfway up or all the way up, the sound gets really distorted. Normally, the sound and the vocals and the bass and all the instruments will sound really distorted. But they make this company makes like tons of different speakers. They probably make like 25, 30 different line of speakers. They make unpowered ones. We have to have a receiver and all that stuff. And then they make powered ones. They make like Bluetooth speakers. I think they may even make headphones and subwoofers and all that stuff. But these ones you can't hook a subwoofer up to. The newer model of the ones that are called the R1700 BTSs, you can hook up a subwoofer to them. They have a sub out, and then they also have a spiritualizer like button on there. So it makes them sound like kind of like there's almost like surround sound. It'll sound like it'll like fill the room up a little bit more, even though it doesn't make the speakers clear. It'll sound like there's maybe speakers like towards the sides or the back of your head. I'll make it sound like that. But yeah. Well, I would recommend this record player if you want a good one that's not too expensive but sounds really good. Because this record player sounds awesome. I mean, it's a manual record player. The Audio Technica AT LP 120 XDSE. And then what manual means is you have to turn it on and you have to press start the record. And then to make it play, you have to unhook. There's like a little lock that locks the phone arm with the stylus and all that stuff. And the needle cartridge. You have to unlock it and then move it over manually with the little thing that sits on the side you can grab and you put it down. You can see that. I can show you. See, it has a little thing that sticks out right there. You can pull it off. And then you just turn it on like that. And then it's got that's how you start the record. And then if I don't want to get her a copyright, like claim, but yeah, you just unlock this, and then you would go like this and move it over really slowly and set it down. And that's how you start it. And this one's got the adjustable weight on it, so you can adjust the arm out, and then it's got a quick change tone arm on it, or the needle cartridge with quick change. And then it's got a nicer needle than the cheaper record players come with. This one's got like 3 steps up from like they make a cheaper record player that has like a lot crappier needle on it. It has a needle that's like less than half the price of this one. And then it's got tempo change on it and all that stuff. And it's got, you can play 33, 78, and 45 on it. So it plays all the formats. But 78s haven't been made for years, so they're harder to find. 45 you can still find it like used. You can buy new 45 sometimes. They're produced maybe like about a third as much as like vinyl, but you can find vinyl at Target and Walmart now. They've been selling. Target and Walmart have been selling vinyl for years now. Like this one was bought at Target. This record right here is Public Enemy, which is a rap group, and it's a special version of this record in red. It's called Apple Red, is what it's called. The red apple. But it's apple red color. And this is a limited release of I can't remember what the record's called, but their second record, anyways. It's their second record, and then it actually was only sold at Target. This record, and it came out in 2013. It was only sold at Target, and I found like the last one I could find at my Target. But yeah, and then this one, it's got adjustable feet too. The record player's got adjustable feet. And then you can change, if I can show you can change out the needle really fast, pretty fast. It's off. The needle cartridge is off. It takes like 5 seconds if you do it fast enough to take it off. You need to screw it back on, and it's on already. And then it's got a metal platter, direct drive motor on it. So it's pretty good. And then came with the felt, like the felt pad, like a couple millimeter thick felt pad that goes on the the actual top of the platter, the body technicon. And you can get upgraded ones of those too if you want. And then there's like accessories you can get. You can buy an upgraded needle for this thing, and you can buy different tone. You can put different tone arms on here. You can get this little weight supposedly that goes here. The companies sell. So it's like a little like 1.5 inch weight or something that goes on here. It's supposed to weight the record down so it doesn't, and it makes it sound better, I guess. Supposedly, I've never tried one. That's what some people say on the internet. It's a little weight that's probably maybe like 3/8 of an inch thick, or like I don't know, 8 or 9 millimeters. It goes on there, and then it weights the middle of the thing down. You just sit on top of it. It does sound good. I would play it, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't get her a copyright. Yeah, I have a cassette tape player too, if I can find it. I have a cassette tape player too. A portable one that I can actually plug into my speakers because it has the little double red and white on one end, and then it has 3.5 millimeter jack on the other, so I can put my tapes through these things too. It's actually right here. I have one of these. This is the last model of a cassette Walkman Sony made. It was made in 2003. This thing was. It's the waterproof one, or the water resistant one that has the battery in it. It's like the nicest tape they ever made, and then it's got that physical tuning on it, and bass boost, like most cassette tape players had. And then that's how I hook it up, because it has like the 3.1 millimeter jack, and the cable's probably about 6 foot long, and it's got wheels, red and white cable on, and then the two different record players. It's really good. And this one's got things like racial ordering. I guess that's what one of the bands I really like. They're a local progressive metal band from Bellevue, Washington. I live by Bellevue, Washington. That's where the band was formed. Yeah. And I have some cassette tapes. Probably have like 10 cassette tapes or something. You can still buy. You can still buy new cassette tapes. No. Only CD players had. Only CD players had skip protection. You didn't need it for cassettes. But I have somewhere around here. I have a portable CD player too. My brother wasn't using it, so he just he pretty much gave it to me. He was about to give it away, and I wanted it because he used it for a little while back in the day, probably 15 years ago or something. He used it. And I have one of those too on here somewhere. I don't think I have a little. I have that CD player around here somewhere. I don't know what to do. I'm not like humongously into music. Here it is. It's in my desk drawer too. Right here. I have an old school Philips. I don't know if you see it. An old school Philips. Well, it's not really super old school. It's actually one of the newer technology, like portable CD players. But it's got, if you can see it, it's got the hard to see. You can find it. It's on here somewhere. Right here on the back. Resume, hold off. You can turn it off from the. Then it's got the ESP anti electronic skip protection button right there on the bottom, and you can turn it on, or you can put it on. You can have it on, or you can have it on power save mode. Power save mode means it turns it off because it eats up probably about. I don't know, it eats up the battery pretty fast if you have the anti skip on. Probably like, I'm guessing at least 30% more. It eats up the batteries, but it makes it so when you're like walking with it, or like it's in a car. Because back in the day, you used to be able to get if people had cassette decks in their car, you could get the little cassette deck that had the cable coming out of it with a 3.5 millimeter jack on one end. And it probably had like a 6 or 12 foot cable on it. And then you could put the tape in your cassette deck, and then you could put the jack of it in here, and then you could use a CD player in your car. That's how some people used to do it back in the day. If they didn't want to spend the money to buy a cassette a CD player for their car. And yeah, this one's got, I don't know if you got it. My mom borrowed it for a while. She borrowed it to listen to like meditation or something. See, this thing's got a meditation, rewritten meditation CD in it. But I have some CDs too. I used to have more, but I had a car broken into, and but I totally got stolen, and I had like my CDs get stolen. I left them somewhere, and they ended up getting lost. I left them at like a friend's house in a different state a long time ago, and then they got lost. I was in like high school. I had a bunch of, I had one of those case logic like soft sided things that hold like It held like 40 or 60 CDs, and then I got that all lost. But yeah, I haven't used this in a while. But of course, I haven't used this, and my mom gave it back to me. But if I wanted to, I could. And then it takes 2 AA batteries with no batteries in it. And then it has like one has bass boost on it too, I think. Yeah, it does right there. Digital bass boost. You press a button in, and it gives you like a little like some more bass. You open it. It's open. Yeah. CD in. I don't know if this is probably not really worth that much. I mean, maybe in like 10, 15, 20 more years it might be. I mean, I had like I don't know if I really have anything that's worth a lot of money. One of my records I had, it was like a special like collector's edition record. It was like a re-release. It got damaged in my apartment fire. Still at my brother's house. Like I gotta go get them. I have like a whole tub of like 70 something records. See if they work. It was a re-release of "Long Live Rock and Roll" by the band Rainbow, and Rainbow was a heavy metal band that Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple formed after he left Deep Purple. It was the first band he formed, and he got Ronnie James Dio as the lead singer. So the first two Rainbow records had Ronnie James Dio as their vocalist, and it was their last record that they did with Dio. That's the second record with Dio, and it was a special one that came in. I can show you on my laptop. It was this Rain AIN. I think it's called BICT Picture. I think it's called Picture Disc. I think is what it's called. Let me see here. Long Live Rock and Roll. What it was called? It's called Long Live Rock and Roll. They have the picture disc. This is what it looked like, and you can't. It's hard. They're hard to find now. They were released like maybe on a released in 2012, so it was a re-release. But what it was if you see that was on the picture. That's what the CD or the record looked like. And then on the back, it had the track listing. What it was they originally had a sleeve for that record that had that picture on the front, and then you flip it over and it had another picture on the back of the cardboard sleeve that the record went in. Well, this is a special picture disc. There was like maybe like 5,000 or 10,000 they made, and you can't find them anymore. It was and it tells you the series of what it was, the ones you buy on it. And I don't remember what mine was, but it got damaged in the fire. So I was like, and then there it's like a clear case with like a flap and this little thing that held the record in there. It was like a heavy duty like clear case, and it looked really cool. That's the back of it looked like. Back of it looked like that. But that was normally on the cardboard. What's on the front of that and on the back of that was normally on the cardboard sleeve of the original one. But that company, it's like I can't remember what it's called. It's called like Ninja or something Entertainment made a bunch of other picture records too from other bands too. Like I know Iron Maiden, another heavy metal band, made a bunch of those. Like, but I think like a lot of their classic records are made in those. Like most of their records are made in the picture disc. Like the ones from at least the one from the '80s are or were, and then so yeah. But yeah, and they actually hand drawn. Someone who hand drew the band like originally. Whoever did that art, they got someone to draw the band, and so yeah. We had a Panasonic one, Steve. Yeah, it's a cool. Well, yeah, that one's cool. I got a cool record. If you want to see it, I got a really cool record. They weren't a big band. They're like a small local band, and the guitar player. Well, he was a multi instrumentalist in the studio, but on their tour, he was just the guitar player. Well, this band called Stone Axe recorded. Oh, I'll show the record. They recorded in his studio in his house called Heavy Head Studio, I think is what it's called, Heavy Head. And then it was a small studio that he had in his house. Either upstairs or downstairs, I don't know. But this is the. I gotta get it out. Got some like 8 or 9 records. This one's the coolest record. And well, the packaging looks cool. The packaging looks cool. It has like some wherever got that picture, and they made it look weathered, so it looks old on it. And but this record came with like a thicker sleeve. Most records come just shrink wrapped with the thin like cellophane or whatever it is. And then this one, you got to see this record though. It's like the coolest looking it is, and this is a special edition, limited to 150. This one they don't sell it anymore because I looked. I'm kind of curious if they sold out. They don't sell it anymore. And then, but this one got a really cool looking record. I'll show it to you. Really cool looking record. That's what the record looks like, and it's not. And none of these were the same. What's cool about it too is none of these are the same because how they do record and they're all slightly different. So none of them are the same. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. And of course, the white shows up better on this side than it does on this side. See, it's a little bit duller. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking. And this, I don't know if you like rock, but this band is like if I can get it to center. This band is like 70s style rock and roll. Maybe wants to know. They're like 70s style rock and roll. What the sound they were trying to go for. Of course, they have their own sound, but they use kind of the bass like sound. But then this one has, before this came out in 2022, this
Alam di sandi ko di sandi ayu ko itire.
and they released it in 2022. The guy who's the most instrumentalist and the guitar player when they were live, they found 4 unreleased. He found 4 unreleased songs, and so they put them out on one side of this. Like unreleased tracks were "Fall on Deaf Ears," "Lady Switchblade," "Deep Time," and "Deep Blue." And the other ones are just like rare cuts or whatever they call it, like hidden grooves. They call it, but some of those were never put on together on a record this side, and then some were on like 7-inch records, but they were never put on a 12. So they put them on this as just to fill up the record, I guess. But this band's really awesome. I saw them 3 times when they were only together for 3 years. I saw them 3 times. They're only together for like 3 years. And then in the studio, it's just a singer, and then the guy who was the guitar player for the live band did all the instruments in the studio, and he produced it and he recorded it, and then he wrote some of the lyrics, and then the lead singer wrote some of the lyrics, some of the songs, and sang. But yeah, they're like standard straight ahead, like 70s style rock and roll. Their influence to make this band was actually the band Free with Paul Rogers. Why they formed this band? They loved Paul Rogers, so they made this band. So it's like kind of bluesy, kind of up tempo. So some of the songs are up tempo and a little faster, and then a lot of them are like kind of bluesy, heavy rock. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this one was like $28 or something. I think this record was like $28. Vinyl's not cheap anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. They take a little more work to make it if it's in that design. That's why they charge more. It takes a little more work to put those colors down and make it like that. But yeah, they're a good band, and they have a bunch of music. Like in 3 years, they probably made like 35 songs or something in like 3 years. They went crazy because you can find these on YouTube too. You can find all their music on YouTube if you want to do. Other than one song they recorded, I don't know whatever happened to it. It was on the internet like probably 2011, but they did a cover of "I Saw the Light" by Todd Rundgren, and you can't find that anymore anywhere. But yeah, they do. You can find a song that they did. It's not on any of their vinyl, which is called "When I Came Down." It's a cover of that's a cover of a Black Sabbath song, which is when I Came Down. They do a cover of that. You can also find a cover they do of Woman by Free. They do a cover of that where it's like a rehearsal, where they're rehearsing like before a show or something like that. I think they're rehearsing before a show, and you can get that, and then you can get their first other records too. You can get their regular first record and the deluxe edition of their first record, which had like live songs on it and stuff. And then you can get their second record was called Stone Axe 2. And you can get the second deluxe edition, which had like some of these songs on it, and then they have like live versions of some of their songs too. So that's like double the amount of songs as their first record, but you can get them all, yeah. And it's bands no longer together, and I don't know if they're ever gonna get back together because I don't know. They have like a Facebook page, but they don't post much on it. Because the lead singer, the guy who was the lead singer on the guitar for their live band was in a band before this called Mosh Generator, and then the lead singer was another band for a tiny while before he joined, and then the other two guys that played bass and drums when they performed live were in another band together. So then they're all from Port Orchard, Washington, which is like I don't even know, like an hour, a little over an hour from where I live, I think, like an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 5 minutes from where I live. So yeah, they're. I mostly like older style music. Like if a new band comes out and sounds like retro, I generally will like them more than I like the newer style rock. But yeah, it's cool. And this is on the regular like record vinyl. Some records are 180 gram. These are 130. Regular ones are a little bit flexible. The 180-gram ones don't flex because they're slightly thicker, and they're actually a little more durable. They're a little more less prone to warping. They don't usually get warped. The thicker vinyl. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Um, just like the technology. That's how they're trying to make records more fun, making them in special colors, special designs. Um, making them more of them limited edition, so you like can only get them for a certain amount of time before they're sold out. And yeah, so I was saying I've seen this band 3 times live, and most of the time it was just like a cover charge. Like one time was it's a $5 cover charge to get in to see them. But then they only did end up doing limited songs because one of the times I paid $5 to see them, and then they only did limited songs because they overbooked. They actually overbooked the venue, and then they didn't get on, and they're supposed to start at like I think like 8 p.m. They didn't get on till like I think it was like 11:30 or 12 at night, and they only ended up doing like 4 or 5 songs because they got cut short. They normally did like in concert, we did like 8 songs because that was when I saw them um yeah, they had all most of their stuff out other than the 4 songs they're on here, but they usually did around eight songs usually. But it was cheap though. I mean, the most I paid to see him, I think, was $15, and that's cheap for a concert these days because it's just mostly just a cover charge. One time was a ticket out of the 3 times I saw them was a ticket because they played before that uh ACDC like band Hell's Bells. They opened up for them because it was after it was a tattoo expo after party. They have like a tattoo expo every year in Seattle somewhere, and they had this little bar, like dive bar, and they had Hell's Bells and Stone Axe play. And Stone Axe did their whole first record because they only had one record out. They did their whole first record, which was like 8 or 9 songs in there, and then then Hell's Bells thing. I don't know, probably like 15.
Brother Red, can I transfer to the laptop because I have to charge this phone?
Okay, what is the stream gonna end?
Uri babas ito nakadaluan.
If you transfer right, it's probably gonna end.
I transfer to the laptop because my phone is charging. Thank you.
Yeah, yep, you're welcome. And I'm educating people on records every once in a while.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm going to do that StreamYard so that you can share.
Okay. Yeah. I'll see you again.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, people.
Probably if you come back, she'll probably be
Brother
live
Red.
in a minute.
Yeah, I
10
will.
or
I will.
15.
I'll set up the StreamYard.
Okay.